You probably don't know it, but you now have more than 100,000 reasons why you should call 811 before you dig, every time you dig. According to Louisiana One Call, there are upwards of 100,000 miles of underground pipelines here in Louisiana. To learn more about Louisiana One Call, we now turn to This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Avery Davidson. Avery?
Mike, until someone invents a pair of X-ray goggles in which we can look underground to see what's there before we dig, we still have to call Louisiana One Call at 811. Joining me now is Brent Saltzman. He is the Damage Prevention Manager for Louisiana One Call. Brent, tell me a little bit about how Louisiana One Call works and exactly what it is you guys do.
Sure. We're a nonprofit organization and we're funded by our membership. Membership is owner-operators of underground facilities. And the way our program works is if anyone is doing any kind of excavation within Louisiana, you call Louisiana One Call, and what we do is we notify those member utility companies who have underground facilities in that particular area. We notify them to go out and actually mark their facilities. The problem is what we want to do really is make sure that everyone is safe, and that's why you have to call Louisiana One Call. It's a state law. Any movement of earth is considered excavation.
So a friend of mine, he's just started planting a bunch of bushes along his fence line. He called Louisiana One Call. He's got all the marks out there. Tell me a little bit about what someone can expect whenever they make that phone call.
Sure. Once they call into the center, again, it's a free call, or if you do it online, it's free as well. But you contact Louisiana One Call. Again, we notify those underground utility companies. Within 2 business days, your lines will actually be marked. Any kind of underground facilities that's in the area of the excavation will be marked. Different colors represent different things. Red is power, yellow is gas, and so forth. But that's the way the program works.
You mentioned about safety. There's also, and you mentioned it was the law. Tell me about what can happen, I mean, one extreme to the other, what can happen if you don't call?
Well, if you don't call, first, of course, primarily safety. But if you don't call, you can be penalized. There are fines ranging up to $25,000. And state police is the primary enforcer of the law.
What concerns do you guys have specifically about agriculture?
Safety. That's the primary thing. If someone is doing any kind of underground construction, for instance, a farmer on his own property, they are exempt from the law from having to call in a locate ticket if they're doing work on their own property. However, having said that, that's as long as they don't encroach upon any kind of pipeline right-of-way or something such as that. But the primary goal is, of course, safety for those guys.
And I know you guys have an event coming up in Monroe in May. Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure, it's a Monroe Diggers Night Out function. That is focused for anyone who actually performs underground excavation, the excavators themselves. It's going to be on May 2nd at the University of Louisiana Monroe. They have these functions throughout the state. This one just happens to be in Monroe. We just try to get the message out to tell them to be safe whenever you're doing any kind of underground construction.
Well, you guys are doing a great job of getting the message out. He is Brent Saltzman. He is the Damage Prevention Manager for Louisiana One Call. So Mike, remember, if you're looking forward to going to this Diggers Night Out or you just want more information about Louisiana One Call, the number to call 811, but you can also visit our website at twilatv.org. Back to you.
Avery Davidson, thanks. Still to come on This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, it's a world-famous sandwich which just has 3 simple ingredients. But the BLT has quite a history. Kristen Oakes brings home the bacon and the lettuce and the tomato in this week's Ag Minute. Stay with us.